What is up, boyos? It is Water Buffalo Man. You're back for more Ark Survival Ascended on Astraeos. We are going to be heading back to Fokinthos with our little buddy here on our shoulder, the S-Otter we ended up picking up yesterday. Did I say Fokinthos? I meant Lemnokis. Why did I say Fokinthos? But first, we are going to fight some... I don't like the way that was worded. Going to be fighting some poison wyverns because... to end up facing the new bosses, you need poison wyverns, and you need corrupt hearts, and you also need corrupt nodules. So, we have corrupt hearts. We're going to need to get some corrupt nodules, which will not take us long. We have a lot of corrupt hearts, as you can see. So that's not a big issue that I'm worried about. But just getting the corrupt nodules is going to be easy, because you need corrupt nodules, corrupt hearts, and wyvern talons. And the best way for us to go get wyvern talons is actually over here where the wyverns spawn. We probably could get a handful of them from doing just OSDs. But also, I ended up putting my FPS on screen so you guys can actually see what my frames are for those of you that are wondering. And just in general, for those of you that are having issues with your frames, like this is what I'm pushing regularly, is what you see on screen. I'm not having any issues comparatively other than those few crashes we had yesterday. I'm pushing about 100 FPS and we're running it on high settings. I could run Epic definitely, but if I ran Epic it'd probably be sitting at about 80, but I'd much rather the 100 frames, just that little extra frame so things generate in faster and I could see them that little bit more, which my monitor can handle up to 165 FPS or 100. It's a 165 hertz monitor, so it can handle it definitely. And that's just what, oh wow, I completely forgot about that. Hold on a minute. I forgot we had an oil pump here. This might be insane. We might have a ton of oil here. No, we don't. Okay, it's not. Oh, I forgot. It's not. That's disappointing. For some reason there, I thought this was a multiplayer, like a server. It's not. It's single player. I forgot. So that didn't generate anything while I was offline. But yeah, I'm consistently pushing 100 plus frames. And even if I look like straight up at the sky, it hits 130. If I look straight down, it's still hitting 110, 1 to 90. Like, the frames are pretty consistent across the board. There are a lot of still graphical issues. We're going to get that. That's going to happen. It's going to take time to fix. Like I said last night in the community crunch I covered. It's going to take time. Things aren't going to happen overnight. They're not going to be perfect. But I do want to specify one thing. There's going to be updates coming. We all know this. We all know there's going to be updates coming. So we just got to be patient, wait it out, and let it happen. And one thing that I've been seeing a lot of, people are complaining about their PlayStations and their Xboxes not being able to handle this game with the new update specifically because it's apparently done. What is that? Is that one of those special drops? That looks like one of those special drops. No, it's terrible. Why did I even get excited for that? But a lot of people are noticing that their PlayStation 5 or their Xbox Series X and S specifically are having a lot more issues running the game. Well, yeah, you're going to, and not... It's supposed to make it easier for the system. Yes, you're 100% correct. But you're running on 5-year-old hardware. That would be like me trying to run my Nintendo Switch game on a DS. The hardware is not the same. Okay, that's a terrible example. You're running an older graphics card, which is going to have issues handling some of the newer quality that's in the Unreal Engine. Like, I'm running a 4070 Super, which I actually did a lot of research prior to me saying this, into the comparison to what they really have in the PlayStation 5 and Xbox. The comparison to your system, what you guys have, and those that are using those, is roughly a 2070, which is a 6-year-old GPU at this point. It was in like 2019, 2020. So you're looking at an older GPU, and it's a high-performance GPU, do not get me wrong, but it has its restrictions. You don't have all of the added benefits that the newer systems and newer GPUs would have. So, for example, like my 4070 Super has the DLSS 4. It has, I want to say, 12 gigs of VRAM, which I'm not sure what the 2070 had at that point in time. There's just a whole list of things that are different. I'm not going to delve into it, but I had it on screen at one point. I was looking at it this morning. Comparing the 2070 versus a 4070, which is mine's still last generation, now that the 50 series is out, is a huge, almost 100% difference. So my 4070 doubles what a 2070 can do. So if that's what your PS5 can do, imagine like the difference there, like drastically. And you also got to think, my 4070 is able to run me playing as well as me recording and streaming sometimes when we do our live stream. So there's a lot more that my CPU has to go through, and it still can, or my GPU has to go through, and it can still perform. The PS5s are going to get better. There's no question. When the PS6 comes out, if that is a thing, and I haven't heard anything on that yet, but when that does become a thing, you guys are going to be able to handle this game, no question. Because Unreal Engine 5.5 is a little more taxing than what 5.2 is, and it's just going to get better. Like I said, I'm no like tech genius, so I don't know like word for word verbatim what everything is, but in just a little bit of statistical research I did comparing what a PS5's hardware is equivalent to what a PC that I'm running, or just a generic PC, is equivalent to, it's drastically different. And a lot of it, the issues come to with like RAM, which PS5s, I think, only have 16 gigs of RAM, which, yes, that is a lot, kind of. But nowadays games, like, you need more than that. You're pushing 16 just to run the base game. And if you're trying to do anything else with it, with your system, you're going to be pushing it and taxing it really hard. But, now we are here. Wyverns should be spawning somewhere around here. But that's all I had on that one. I mean, we really know that the systems are outdated. They're 5-year-old consoles. They're beyond their life cycle. Even a lot of the systems are having trouble running some of the newer games. Like, if I remember right, that one Wukong, I can't remember what the title of the name is, the full title, that had issues on a couple different consoles initially. And that ran great. Elden Ring, from what I remember, had some graphical issues and just being played on consoles when it initially launched. Games are going to do that when you're using older tech. There's no question. Okay. Fire Wyvern. Oh, land. Do not fly you through here. I will lose you to a Fire Wyvern. I need to take out every Wyvern I see. That's the 180. I need it to come down here. I could just snag that Wyvern egg, honestly, and have everything spawn on me. Because it is a 180. Bro is kind of just going for a walk, isn't he? Yeah, we'll snag it really quick. Why not? It's got actually some pretty decent stats, too. We're probably going to get burnt up. Yep, there it goes. How much health do you have? Oh, we're not actually getting burnt. That's insane. Our guy is protecting us? Is that what's happening? Is his armor or something protecting us? I'm not complaining one bit, though. Alright, there's a Fire Talon. Yeah, we need Fire Talons. We need, I say Poison Talons, I believe. And we also need Lightning Talons. I think we need 5 of each to fight the new bosses, the mini bosses, which I would like to really do. I just don't know how many Wyverns are going to spawn here, being that this is single player. I don't know how many are going to spawn and actually be active this whole time, because I'm not seeing any. I'm probably going to have to snag some eggs, but what did that one... That was a 180, so that's a max level Wyvern if I do recall. So that's actually kind of fantastic. Anything in here that we can snag and get some aggro on? Not seeing anything. It's looking like we're gonna be pretty light for Wyverns, which is not a good sign, especially when we need Wyvern Talons. This is not what I want to see. Bro, how are you hungry? You just ate a Wyvern. Well, maybe you didn't, technically. You attacked the Wyvern. You didn't actually eat it completely. We may need to, like, come back or something, because I don't even see the Wyverns at all. This is the only thing that I dislike about playing single player, is the spawns are kind of trash. Things don't spawn in unless if you're in the area for a good amount of time. So you pretty much have to render in the whole area and then stay here for a minute until things spawn in. With a server, things are constantly spawning in when something's being destroyed. Things are constantly spawning in because it's all rendered in at once. So, let's just see what we can find, because I'd really like to face that new boss here really soon. I don't think we need any artifacts for it. I think it's just the corrupt hearts and everything, and we're probably gonna... Oh, two wyverns. Two wyverns. S poison and lightning. Okay, that's what we needed. There we go. That's what we needed. Oh, there you go. Yep, lock onto me. Thank you. One tapped. Thank you. Can I hit you with my shotty from up here? Nope. Not with my terrible aim. Not with my terrible aim, jeez. Nah, I can't hit him from here. Oh, wait, there it goes. That was a lucky shot. That was a very lucky shot. This dude's gonna be one shot. Hopefully he doesn't come down to me. Oh no, he ate that. Oh, it's because S-Dinos tank a little more. I did remember, did forget. Wow, my English is absolutely atrocious since I haven't recorded in a little bit. Ooh, another one. Hello. Why can't I reload my gun? There we go. We need poisons. Those are the ones we don't have much of. Got it. Poison wyverns are going to be the hardest one for us to fight because of the fact that they just spit poison. Oh yeah, we're going to easily smoke this guy in 2 hits, more than likely. Now there it goes. Now we just got to go to his body. Find his bag. Should be right here. Yep, there it is. Now we have another poison talon. Yeah, so we're pretty much just going to have to sit here and try to find, like, make them spawn in. Wait, do you have the other poison talon? Yes, you do. Okay. Let's take both of these. So we need at least 5 of each talon. I think we have enough fire talons back at base, because that's what you get as the lightning wyverns are these. The corrupted ones are these. So I think we have a bunch of those. We just need more lightning and poison, which is probably going to be the hardest ones to find for us because of the fact that they don't ever really spawn in over here. Let's drop those. Let's put this meat back in your inventory so you can keep eating. I'm going to actually hop off your back for a second and equip my backpack so I get the weight reduction, because I keep forgetting to put that thing on. My Ark just had an update of this game. This game just had an update last night. Not sure entirely what caused the update. I didn't see anything drastically in the patch notes or anything. And to be honest, I really didn't even see any patch notes that covered anything. It just updated out of nowhere, which, I mean, is fair, but I want to know what the update was for. I'm not seeing anything. I'd like to go back to Lemnokis, though. We may end up going to the boss. Here, let's do this. Oops, wrong one. There is the mini-boss terminal, 6,500 meters away. What we're going to do is we're going to take all this raw prime meat, just because we don't want to lose that. Gonna pick you up. We're gonna hop on the Meguana. And we're gonna save, just because we don't want to risk a crash. And we're gonna cruise our way on over with the Meguana to the Lemnokis. Unless if we see any wyverns, we do not. So let's keep cruising, because give this time to have wyverns spawn in over here. And then we'll swing back through and probably grab some more wyvern talons. Because we need at least, I want to say it's 5 of each is what we need for the boss. It's 5 of each type. I know it's poison for a fact because I saw that one and I was like, oh wait, that's the only talons I don't really have at all. Those are the ones I haven't seen anywhere. We got a heck of a distance to go, 6,000 meters, but we are on probably the fastest creature right now, which is insane. I love this. And even right now, with us cruising over the open ocean, with the lighting and everything, we're pushing 100 frames. A lot of people have said online, which I've noticed, that they said if you take off the clouds and the fog, your frames almost double. We almost built our base right here, actually. So this would have been insane if we would have built it there and have Lemnokis right next to us. That would have been fantastic. As well as having the Wyvern Trench right behind us. I see a red drop off to the far right, but we're not going to circle for that because we really don't need red drops right this second. We're out here just exploring, looking for some, well, to figure out what we need to fight the new mini-boss. I don't know fully what it is. All I know is it's corrupt hearts, corrupt nodules, and that's about it. And some talons, if I recall. I don't know the rest. So what we're going to try to do... That's an alpha direwolf, or an astral direwolf, should I say. Oh, I meshed into the ground. We're going to hop off you. Am I stuck in the mesh? I believe I am meshed into the wall. Oh, no, there we go. The game corrected itself. Okay, so let's hop on the back of this guy now and fly the rest of the way. Because of the fact that there is no way we're going to get up and get enough distance to speed us up with the Megawana. And I don't really want to be too close to the ground with how many Perlovias happen to spawn here. Once we get Griffins from Rag, this is going to be insane having a Griffin on this whole map. I'm wondering if he's actually going to add Griffins to this map. I know there's a mod you can add them in right now, but I don't like adding mods to adding creatures that are initially will be coming eventually. So I'd rather wait. And with him possibly we might see Ice Wyverns too. That could totally be a thing with this region here specifically, putting Ice Wyverns up in here. Maybe if he has a trench or somewhere he could utilize. I don't know if he actually has one anywhere, or he could put one in. But there's a couple of different things Nakatas could do with those 3 new dinos we're getting, along with the Bison. I don't think he'll do anything with. Truthfully, I don't think he'll add that. I honestly really see no point in adding the Bison, because that's the whole big gist of Rag, is to get the Bison. You never know, though. They could add the Bison to this map, because this is not a canonical map, so it could happen. There's, like, Megawanas everywhere. I see 4 of them down there. That's an S-Allo, because I want to take a look at what we have here and what we need to fight this boss. Because here's the boss terminal, and I'm wondering what we get from beating it. Oh, there's a mammoth fighting a direwolf. Okay, this is where the terminal is, by the way. So let me land and give you guys coordinates. Maybe. There we go. So the coordinates for this terminal are 1.2, 84.7. And what do we need for this? We need 5 fire, 5 poison, and 10 theory. So the poison is what we need, and the fire is what we need. We don't even need lightning. So the theory claws I know we can get really easy. The corrupt hearts I know we have them. And the nodules won't take long. So those are really easy to get. Kind of. Can I track this? I can. Okay, perfect. I'm going to track that on screen, so we can track what we need. Let's go back to base, actually. I'll see if I can... I'm going to do something kind of dumb. Hopefully it doesn't bug out. I'm hoping that whatever issues they... Like, look at these clouds. Those clouds look terrible right there. Honestly, that looks horrible. I don't know why it's doing that. Everything else looks great. That looks horrible, though. Yeah, see, back over here now is fine. But let's see what we have. Corrupt nodules we can get really easy. The talons are the only thing that I'm a little worried that we don't have anything for. Alright, let's see what we got. We have 1 poison talon right there. So that gives us 3. We have the corrupt hearts, which that's super simple. The fire talon, we have all of those. And 10 of these theory claws. So yeah, we legitimately have everything but the poison and the corrupt nodules. The nodules are really easy to come by. I could just go fight a couple things on Therokis and have that in no time. So that's actually really nice. Okay. So what we're going to do... Oh, my tracking is gone, apparently. I don't know why it's gone, but it is. Let's just toss my egg. I might be too far away from it. That's probably why it's doing that. We'll just toss that egg in there. We may do something with it. We may not. I'm not sure. Haven't fully decided. But we are going to go over to where we get the corrupt nodules. And we're going to go grab probably close to like 100 of those. Because I believe we could fight those bosses with our Desolatitans. I don't think we need anything too difficult for that. But if it really comes down to it, we'll get it prepped and readied. And I'll do the boss battle in the next video. I'll like get everything now while we're here. So let's flutter our way on over. No, not even flutter, like glide. Is this the right direction? Please tell me I'm going the right direction. Yes, I am. Thurkis is way over here. We're 10,000 meters from that mini boss terminal. You know what I just realized too? We have a teleporter on Thurkis. What am I doing? That was the whole point of me putting that teleporter there. Was to be able to teleport to it. I'm trying to land somewhere where I'm not going to get attacked by a saber-tooth. I thought that was a saber-tooth. That is a moss chops. I don't know why I was terrified of a moss chops. But let's just teleport us over here. Yep, there it is. Oh, gotta pick you up. My bad, dude. Forgot I put this teleporter inside the house. Let's switch over and grab the snow owl out. Save the game just in case. And let's look for just a few. We don't need many. Just a few of the creatures that have drop corrupt nodules. So like Paraceratheriums, things like that would be just fine. Corrupt Rexes, you know, it is the lightning versions of everything. I don't think PTs drop them, but I already see what we need in front of us. Oh, is that a pseudo or is that a pyro? Well, that's a pyro. And that's a pyro. Ooh, 140 pyro. See, normally I would be interested in that if I didn't have the Pseudomanes already. Because I think we used the pyros actually to beat a boss, didn't we? Or did we use pseudos? I think we used pseudos to beat the boss. Yeah, someone else used pyros to fight it. I used my Pseudomanes and easily beat Natrix. That's what it was. Alright, yeah, that's exactly what it was. Okay. I'm trying to remember in my own head, like, what we did up to this point. What is that? Lightning Carno. You don't want to do this, buddy. Why are you flying? Okay. We needed 20 of them, I believe. We're not even close to that yet, so we're just going to keep collecting them. I have this shotgun. I'm going to make a bunch more shoddy rounds before we fight that boss. But we're going to get the corrupt nodules that we need. Probably 100. I'm probably going to do an OSD. I keep saying the word probably. I'm going to most likely do an OSD off screen, which will get me a bunch of nodules as well. Unless if there's like a blue or yellow one here, one that's not too challenging. Because I don't want to do a red or a purple, not in this video. That would take way too long. But if there's one of those around, we may end up taking one of those on too. Because that'll get us a ton of nodules and hearts. Which, granted, we have enough hearts anyway. As you see, we have almost 500. Because we've done enough of the OSDs and element veins. We've kept ourselves pretty... Did I have to land in the tree? I legitimately feel like I just landed in that tree. Alright. Cool. Cool story, bro. We're in a tree now. But... there is not a single OSD or lightning creature down here. And oh, what's that? What is that? Lightning Stego. That's going to be a pain. Only reason I say it's going to be a pain is because of the damage reduction, and I don't really want to bring out my Desolatitan just for one Stego. If there was like 3, it'd be a different story, but 1, I don't really want to waste bringing that guy out for just 1. We're actually kind of warm over here, even with the otter on my back. We have 0 heat resist. I forgot gas bags were over here. That's pretty sad that I forgot the gas bags were over here. Because I was just thinking to myself the other day, actually yesterday, I was like, when are they going to add gas bags to Astraeos? We could easily fit them on Lemnokis. No, they're over here. They're legitimately right here. So that's a me thing for getting half of a map again. Which really isn't anything new at this point. Dude, there's nothing here. There is a drop, an OSD. I think that is purple. I am colorblind. I cannot tell. Let's go get a quick peek in on it and see what that is. Because if that's purple, we'll skip it. Ah, that might be blue. That may or may not be blue. I think that may be a blue OSD. That is, in fact, a blue OSD. So, we're going to take the time to land and go do that, actually, really quickly. That's a random rock. Hello. How do you do? Yep, that is a blue OSD. Perfect. Throw you out. Throw you out. Take you, and we're gonna go get this OSD done. I realize I left my corrupt nodules in the other guy. I just thought of that right now. I should be able to pull them to me, right? Yep. What? Where are all these? Huh? Can I pull it from it? That's terrible. I can pull this right out of this drop. That's weird. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm actually going to deactivate the shield once I get the chance here. Claim it. Yeah, it's a gamma supply drop. I don't... Where'd you go? There you are. I don't care too much about the shield right now. This is just a gamma drop. We're using it for the corrupt nodules. Let me save. Granted, it doesn't matter. If we get crashed here, we're going to lose. We lose the OSD anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. We're just going to sit here and wait. That's a T-Rex over there. We're going to sit here and wait, let things come to us, and then we're just going to go from there. So I'll probably bring you guys back once this OSD is actually done, because this is going to take some time. Probably like 10 minutes. Because once things start rendering in, that's if they're not stuck under the map, which could be a whole nother issue. But once everything is done and over with, I will bring you guys back. So give me a second. Alright guys, we're done. We finished it. I pulled all the corrupt nodules we had, and we ended up with 395 from that easy. It was insanely easy OSD. It was Dillos and just like Stegos and whatnot. We all knew this was going to be easy. So that's why I wasn't too worried about showing it. It didn't take me long. It took me like maybe 10 minutes. The whole plan behind me doing it was just to get some free nodules. I don't want any of this. This gilly's kind of trash, but I could probably keep it and get rid of it for polymer. I mean, rare flowers are kind of useless to me right this second. I could always get more of them. Lazarus chowder, it's pretty cool. I mean, I'll take some of this. Like, these are all terrible for me at this point. I have no need for those. But yeah, we have our corrupt nodules now. We have legitimately everything but the poison talons. We need 2 more. So what we're going to do then is we're probably going to wrap this video up here. Yeah, maybe, because we're closing in on like 50 minutes of that whole OSD. That OSD plus the bit we did prior. So I'll probably wrap this up here, actually, and then go fight a bunch of poison wyverns off screen, the last few that we need. So then next video, we could jump right in with that new boss fight, and I could really showcase that to you guys. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys back here next time for more Ark Survival Ascended, where we will have, hopefully, all the talons we need and everything that we, well, want for that boss fight, because we have everything else right now except for those 2 poison talons. So thank you guys, and I will see you guys next time.